Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be doing a little clothing haul featuring the products from the Yesstyle's retro clothing campaign. So this one we got to choose a bunch of stuff from a set series of retro inspired outfits. So I chose some of my favorites and I thought it would be interesting to see some of the products on a how's the best way to describe myself without making everyone else annoyed. I have previously described myself as a plus size in Asian clothing. Asian clothing brands have a different size set to other ethnicities or places in the world. So even though I myself would not identify as a plus size person in New Zealand, I would identify as a plus size in Asian clothing sizes. I did a video about himekaji fashion for plus size princesses, and I thought I had made it clear in the video that I meant plus sizes and plus size for the Japanese style of one size brands, one size clothing sizes, but I still got quite a few comments that were like, you're not plus size, and I'm like, I know. In New Zealand sizing, I would be like a nice mid-size. I'm definitely not skinny, and I'm definitely not plus size, so I'm just kind of in the middle. This does present a small problem though when you are buying from Asian-based clothing sizes, because I would be like an XL at the very least for the most part in Asian style clothing, and it just looks a lot different on my body shape. So I thought it might be helpful for you guys who are looking for this style of clothing, maybe from Yesstyle or other Asian clothing brands, and to see how they might look on someone who is like a regular middle size in New Zealand. So there are quite a few outfits, and the first one I'm going to show you is a little gingham set that looks like this. The print is so cute. It's like the perfect, adorable shade of baby pink. This is just the cardigan, which has the little buttons down the center, but it also comes with a cropped spaghetti sleeve top and a tiny little mini skirt. So with this one I picked up the one and only size. There is only a one size, and I also took the measurements from my own clothing that was sent to me to compare them to the clothing measurements that are on the website. So with this one, the measurements are pretty good. The skirt was a bit shorter, so it's measuring 6 centimeters shorter at 40 centimeters, which for me is like a hard pass because it's too short. The top was not too bad either. It was like a little bit short in the bust, so it was about 5 centimeters too small in the bust area, which again is not too bad. And the cardigan was quite small. So the cardigan was quite off. The bust is supposed to be 92 centimeters, but mine measured at 80, so there's a whole 12 centimeters smaller than what is originally anticipated. And then the length is a little bit shorter. It's supposed to be 42 centimeters, but it's 39 centimeters shorter. There's usually a discrepancy of a few centimeters in any kind of clothing that you're going to buy online versus what you get. So apart from the cardigan bust being quite a lot smaller, I would say that the measurements are fairly good, not too bad. But yeah, 12 centimeters is pretty small. So for this set, I'm going to talk about them separately very quickly. So I'll start with the skirt. I really hate the skirt. It is so unflattering. It is terribly made. The lining of this skirt is really badly finished. It's just got a lot of extra material, so when you actually put the skirt on, you can see this material bubbling up, and the way that it is cut in the shape, it has these weird little divots here, where, they haven't made a corner, they just made an angle, and you can see the angle and it just looks stupid. It's a shame because it is such a cute little idea. It's such a cute little set. It reminds me a lot of Clueless, but it's too tight, it's too short, and I don't like the way that the garment itself is structured. I think it's poorly made. So with the crop top, I don't mind this. However, I don't think it's the most flattering on my body shape. I tend to like clothing that sits higher up on the chest area for modesty reasons. I am a teacher, and it's just for me not appropriate to have lower cut clothing. I do a lot of leaning forward, I play the piano, and I do a lot of demonstrating. It's weird. So obviously this is not something that I would be teaching. However, I think that the garment itself is fine. It's, I mean, it really does reflect the price point. The seaming on this one as well is pretty wide, so you can see a lot of extra fabric down the side seams here, but it's just not my style of top. So the top and the skirt are definitely going to be given away. I think that these ones are actually going to be donated to charity. However, the cardigan, I am on the fence with the cardigan. It is too small to do up properly, and whenever I move my shoulders, it tends to fly sort of outwards, so it would look really cute if it stayed more towards the center of my body. I think that it would look nice. I don't really like when cardigans only cover like my shoulders. It's not very warm, and I also have trouble getting the buttons actually into the thing, so the button holes are super, like, they're not darned on the edges, and it's hard to get the buttons in and out of the holes. It's just a bit frustrating to use. However, I really like the color, and so I really want to try and see if I can fit this in with some of the other outfits. I did put it together with one of the little white tops, so there's like a little white wife beater. This is tiny. I would probably put it with a different white shirt to make an outfit with it, but it looks quite cute with like other colors like grey, so that it's a little bit more like daytime appropriate for me personally. But yeah, I think that the cardigan is my favorite part of this set, but yes, still with the weird seaming and the weird way that it's cut. In general, it's not one I'd recommend unless you're just trying to buy the cardigan, but you have to buy the set, so not a fan. The next little outfit is super cute, and this one is very retro. So we're going to start with the pants. I have a pair of flared jeans with like little ruffled bottoms. So the distressed denim on the ends. These ones are actually not so bad. These are called the Sherman high-waisted bell-bottom jeans, and I got mine in the size large. Yeah, these ones are not so bad. So the waist is supposed to be 70 centimeters, mine is 68, so a few centimeters smaller, and then the length is supposed to be 97. The length is supposed to be 103, but my length is 97, which for me is better because I am on the shorter side, so that just kind of suits me really well. So these ones are quite good because they would normally be a bit small for me, but they have a lot of stretch, like a lot of stretch. So they do fit really comfortably, which I like. However, there are some parts like the pockets, because when you stretch the jeans out, obviously, you know, they're going to run out of jean eventually. The pockets do look a little bit awkward. The pants themselves are probably a little bit too small. However, I like that the way they look. I think that it's a nice introduction to the flared bottom of the jean if you're used to wearing skinny jeans. I wish for me personally that they were a little looser on the thighs. I find that these are really clingy on the thighs and then they come right out at the end, and I don't think it's the most flattering for me personally. However, I did really enjoy trying these ones out. It was quite like a flashback to like my childhood. This is like the retro 90s. I definitely used to have flared jeans, and they definitely used to have these little distressed bottoms, and it took me ages to get into skinny jeans as well. Like I wasn't comfortable with skinny jeans for quite the number of years. But no, I think that these pants in general are good if you want to get into the flared bottoms in a cheaper way. They're not so expensive, but they're not keepers for me because I think that they're not that flattering. I initially paired the jeans with this little wife beater here, which is teeny tiny. I picked this one up so that I could put it together with some of the outfits, but they didn't have my size in stock, so I tried to buy the size large, but I could not, and so I had to get the size medium. However, the measurements are accurate and it is really stretchy. I can fit into the top itself because it's very stretchy. However, it's not really flattering. It does get see-through, and that's just what happens, you know, when you wear clothing that's too small. Otherwise, this is really cute. I think that it's a really great basic. It's good material. It's well finished. There is nothing that I can complain about apart from the fact that they didn't have my size in stock at the time that I ordered. So they come in a few different sizes, and this would be like a great staple for the summer. Oh my god, I almost forgot the belt. This is a little see-through heart buckle belt. This is going to be so hard to see. It's a little silver heart. I don't normally wear silver, but the gold was out of stock. And these sort of like see-through belts, I don't remember them being super fashionable in the 90s. I mean, I wasn't that sort of coherent in the 90s anyway, but like that sort of fashion leaked over to the 2000s anyway, when I was actually, you know, knowing what I was doing, putting clothes on, not being dressed by my parents maybe. And yeah, this belt is really cute. It seems to be pretty good sturdy material. It doesn't feel like it's going to rip the domes or the holes where the thread is going through are looking pretty good as well. The only thing I have to say about the quality is that the quality of the plastic is pretty poor. It just looks like really scratchy and dirty, but it didn't seem to be apparent on the jeans themselves, and they fit on the jeans, they were fine. It is a bit short though. This one is 7 centimeters smaller than it says on the website, so not terrible, but also yeah, it is a bit short, but I thought that was a really cute like little extra. The other thing that I paired with those jeans, because I couldn't pair it with what I was supposed to put it with, is this bright rainbow top. This is an oversized t-shirt, and when I mean oversized, like it's big, like even on me, for someone who's bigger than the average Asian clothing size, it's still oversized on me, which is quite cool. So if you are genuinely wanting an oversized top, this one is a really good pick. I love the way that this looks, but I don't like wearing it. I hope that makes sense. I think that this is so cool. The colors are so vibrant. The material is so soft. The garment itself is super well made. Like the inside is finished beautifully. No loose seams. We love that. I think that this one actually is going to go to my sister. I think she wanted to take this one because it's not one that I would wear, but I think it looks cute with the little flared jeans. Originally though, oh, measurements before I would go on to what I was going to put it with. It's slightly longer. It's longer by 3 centimeters, but the rest of the measurements are accurate, which is great. I really wanted to put it with this skirt with rainbow buttons. Okay. This is a little denim A-line, and it has these adorable little rainbow buttons with pockets on the front. This is the cutest skirt of all time. However, the sizes are very small, and it was only available in medium, and I looked at the measurements of the medium and I was just like, I'm not going to fit that, but I got it anyway because I was like, someone else will fit it, which would be really great. And I just think that this looks adorable, apart from the fact that with all of the denim they never cut buttonholes, so I had to cut all the buttonholes, which, I mean, I must protest. Like, if I'm going to buy the garment, why are you not cutting buttonholes in it for me? It is very cheap though. This would have looked so cute with this like oversized rainbow top. Can we just, I mean, I'll like make a little flat lay of it so that we can visualize what I was going to put together, but alas, it does not fit. It is really nice though. This one has no stretch to it, so if you're looking at purchasing this one, make sure that you are actually looking at measurements. The measurements are 1 centimeter smaller all round, so it's pretty accurate, but yeah, no stretch whatsoever. So cute though, and the quality, apart from not cutting the bloody buttonholes open, the quality of this one is really nice. It's well finished, there are no loose threads, there's no weird staining or anything. It's a really good quality skirt, so it's adorable. You should get it, buy it. Then I have this beautiful cottagecore like dress. This one is quite long, like it's a good midi length on me, and I'm fairly short. I am 163 centimeters for reference if you wanted to know my height in comparison to how these clothes fit. And it has shirring around the bust, so whenever I get anything that has shirring, that's this kind of stitch that stretches all the way. So the shirring will make everything really stretchy. It's really, really common in Japanese brands, and especially in the backs of skirts. So it means that when you buy a Japanese branded skirt that's marketed as a one size, you can actually fit multiple sizes into it because there's a lot of stretch and it pings back in. So this has got shirring around the bust and then around this sleevey part here. And I love the shirring around the bust, but I hate the shirring around this armhole because it keeps pulling the dress up. So the dress keeps shifting up here, where it looks really, really unflattering. It needs to be further down here for my body type and shape to look nice. So unfortunately, I am constantly adjusting this one to make it look pretty, but the colors are gorgeous. This one is the lavender or the purple, and it's got a purple, like an orchid purple base with like cornflower blue and white flower detailing, and it just looks so nice. It does also come with a lining on the inside, which is really great because not all dresses do. So it has a white lining and it is pretty good for not being see-through. I didn't have any problems with it. However, the top is fairly see-through, so you might want to put like at least like a good nude bra underneath, if anything else. And I really like this one. I felt that the sleeves are a little tight. Didn't really like the shoulder strap sharing, but otherwise I really like this one. I think it's very cute. I did write WTF beside the measurements though. So the shoulders are way smaller. So the shoulders will be the difference between these 2 points here, are much smaller. The sleeves are fine, and the length of the dress apparently is way shorter than what is marketed. I did get a size large for this one, and I'll put all of the information for these down in the description box as well. And yeah, I feel like I probably could have gone up to an XL or a double XL just for comfort. Maybe I would have gotten a longer sort of sleeve length here and a looser sleeve here, but it's not a problem because it is short, so it's not so bad. This is probably my favorite. It is a little skirt. This one is a brown plaid skirt, and annoyingly, but kind of cool, it's got shorts in it. Why do all of the clothing, like all of the skirts, and I'm like, oh, these are so cute, they have shorts. The problem with the shorts is that, can you see that, like, that is like where the gusset would normally be, right? The part that goes between your legs. See how the front of the gusset pulls up? It's not long enough at the front. And so every time I put the skirt on, it creates the biggest camel toe effect underneath the skirt. You can't see it, but it also pulls the skirt down like this so that you get this weird puckering because the pants don't fit right. And I'm like, that's so annoying because the skirt itself fits beautifully. It is a bit tight. It's just not like, I don't know, I'm a bit like bloated at the moment. It doesn't look the most flattering, but regardless, I think it still looks cute, and I liked dressing this one up a lot. Like, I found a lot of cute like work outfits that I could do with this one, and so I was really pleased. Even though I look a bit like a rolled roast, it's fine. The material and the quality of the garment here is really, really good, aside from that stupid underskirt. Like, inside, the lining looks really nice. You've got like beautiful tags. It's got an invisible zipper as well, which is something that you don't normally get. With some of the cheaper made garments, they'll have non-invisible zippers, like you can't see the zipper. It's really nice. But the inside, yeah, like if the skirt flies up, which it won't because it's quite tight, at least on me, this just is awful. Like, loose threads everywhere. It's finished terribly on the sides. You can also see, well, I can see, you might not be able to see that mine is actually already ripping through the gusset because it's so freaking tight. But I still really like the skirt regardless. This one also comes with a blazer combo. I did not get a blazer because it was really expensive and I would never wear it, but I love the skirt. You can see by the ones that have hangers on, they're the ones that I want to keep. The last little set that I picked up is like a loungewear set, and because we're spending a lot of time indoors, at least in New Zealand, we're coming into winter at the moment, I wanted something that I could put on inside my house that would make me feel cute and comfortable. This didn't quite do it, but it was a good attempt. So the first one is this cute little crop top. So this is the Holo ribbed knit crop top, and I got mine in the size medium in blue. And this is actually a really nice feeling fabric. It feels really soft. It's actually quite thick and it's really stretchy. However, it is very small and it's very short. It's not the best fitted on me, and I find that like the material on the inside, the seaming allowance is quite large, so it looks a little bit lumpy. I think that it's not the most flattering thing, but it is quite comfy. So cute color, and they get points for comfort, but it's not flattering. And the last piece of clothing are these little fleece sweatpants. They're like little white fleecy sweaters. Like, I think they call them joggers. No, they call them sweatpants. So I got mine in weight, of course, and in the size large. The measurements are fairly accurate, so the length and the waist are good, but the hip and the thigh are quite small. So I found with these ones that they really were very tight around the hips and the stomach area. The waist, of course, was fine, and then the thigh, one thigh was way tighter than the other. And it was just bizarre. And just the way that they fit maybe look again like a little roll roast, and I don't like that. However, the pants themselves feel really, really nice. They are super soft and beautiful quality. And you can't really go wrong with a fleece pant, like, because the fleece is lined on the inside anyway, so you're just stitching the parts together. The seaming is fine and all of that sort of stuff as well. So they have a little embroidery on the side, and I don't really know what that says, but it was pretty, you know, like it wasn't. Oh, that's supposed to go on the back. I definitely put that on the front. Oh well, I thought that part went on the front. I'm sure in the photos that that part went on the front. But those are the little fleece joggers. Really comfy. But the sizing was an issue. I didn't feel like they were comfortable to sit down in because the thighs were so tight. I also got a little pair of earrings. These are just little hoops, and I was supposed to wear these with the pants and I forgot to put them in. So I will put them in now and show you guys what they look like. I think that they are really cute. They're probably not like the product for me to wear on the day-to-day basis, so these will be probably cleaned and given away as well. I feel very like it's more like bad girl, like baddie sort of style that I'm used to. So it's again not my favorite, but still very cute and pretty cheap too. And then the last one is a hair accessory, which I wanted to put with the dress, but it looked weird. So I was like, okay, maybe not. So I'm going to try and put it in my hair a little bit later, but it's actually this little scrunchie with a tie on it. And I thought that the tie and the scrunchie were the same thing, but actually it comes off. So it's actually just a piece of fabric. It has the same fabric as the scrunchie that you tie on to the scrunchie to make like a little bow. So that means that once I untie my knot, gosh, once you untie, you get a little headscarf, which you can do things like similar to this one, which of course is really cute. It actually unfolds all the way, so you can make it quite a thick headscarf as well. I prefer mine on the skinnier side, so I would keep it folded like this. So hopefully I can find a cute hairstyle to show you guys how that looks, because it just didn't really go well with the rest of the stuff that I had. And so I was like, so it would be like something that goes on the outfit, but yeah. And that is all for the clothing choices for this time. Please let me know if you guys enjoyed seeing these kinds of clothing and seeing how they fit on my body type, as well as the way that I would style them. I find it's a little bit hard to do it in this room because there's just not like a good place to film, so some of the quality of the filming is like questionable, but that's okay, we'll get there. But yeah, Yesstyle does offer quite a few collaborations, so every so often they actually send out an email being like, hey, do you want to be part of this? You can sign up for this, blah blah blah. And I don't really do the fashion ones very much because I'm not the general, I would say, ideal size for fashion videos, but I don't see why I can't make them, because not everybody is the ideal type, and so why do I care? It's a good question, but if you guys like these videos, please do let me know and I will do more of them if you do like them. So thank you so much to Yesstyle for sending these for review, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!